Welcome to the stream! Hey everyone! I realise I've just gone very blurry then. I have no idea what's happening. Hello! Sorry. I'm trying my best. I think we've come back into this frame. Today's been a rough day, in terms of yes, Animal Crossing! I haven't tweeted out or anything yet, so I am a little bit behind on what I'm actually trying to do right now. Basically, I got back about 10 minutes ago from driving from my parents, so very much a rush to try and get started. I wasn't gonna cancel today's stream. But yes, welcome Undead, welcome to the stream. We are doing Animal Crossing today. I thought it'd be fun. I've actually started attempting to build up my island and actually make it into something rather than having it just be a little sad world with no paths and stuff. I started doing this a couple days ago. I'm trying to clean my glasses because dang, they are really dirty. Shall I just go beep, 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 clean you guys off as well? You're live playing on your island right now, awesome! I don't even know how many hours I have in this game now that I think about it. I'm still trying to get myself centered and ready, so please just give me a couple moments. You're unsubbed, but it will not let you resub yet. What? Weird. What do you mean? I'm just gonna pour myself a drink. I've got some food here. I don't actually even know what it is. I think it's some sort of cheesecake. But we're gonna be chilling out and you're gonna watch me unpave and pave a bunch of paths because I am really bad at it. It says it will be available today sometime. It could be slightly later because I remember you waited until partway through the stream last time to make sure that you actually got your sub in. So that could be what's going on. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? I have the controllers in front of me. I have a drink. I haven't tweeted anything out yet. And the ice made me think an alarm was going off. Weird. Okay, let me just get a tweet out to say I'm going live, which I already am, obviously. Going back to my roots and playing some Animal Crossing. On Twitch right now. Come hang out and chill. Now I need to actually remember what my thing is because it doesn't do it for me anymore. So if you haven't been here for a long time, and I do mean back, yes, one thing I'm missing so far from Streamlabs, the auto tweeting feature. I have yet to actually set that up. So yeah. You don't have a Switch to play with her. You don't. You did have the option of buying my old one, but you couldn't afford it, so I sold it because I desperately... Which is fine. Obviously. And so if you're wondering why in this tweet I've decided to say, going back to my roots, the first ever stream I did that I had, decided to do, like, I was like, I'm gonna do a stream, I'm gonna do one stream, I'm gonna try it out, and then maybe if I have the time I'll actually properly pick it up, was Animal Crossing the day it got released, and dang, was Animal Crossing fun. I have been like wanting to play Animal Crossing and do all that stuff for quite a while at this point, but the main thing that's been stopping me is that I didn't feel like I had enough to do without wanting to time travel. But basically, since I decided to start actually sorting out my my island and putting paths down and everything, I've realized this is taking a long time, and you'll see why it's taken me a long time in just a moment. What is going on with this? Instagram. Oh, Instagram, how much you are useful. I also sometimes want to get rid of you. I also try and post on Instagram, obviously, to say that I'm going live, because that is super handy. Who knows, maybe someone will see it, is what I keep telling myself. I'm almost done and we can move over to the game. But basically, my first course of action for some reason when I decided to start doing my island up was to... Let me just show you. Okay, we're going to transition and we are going to be on the main menu. I am sad to say I did not find my controller, so I'm doing it two-handed, which is honestly a little awkward, I'm not going to lie. I'm not used to holding my controller like this by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sorry, I also didn't load this up properly. I decided I was going to completely flatten my island. Which, as you can imagine, takes a long time. So here's my house. This actually used to have a massive hill behind it. I also can't see my whole screen because I've got a box in the way. You can see that I've got some paved stuff in there. But I used to have hills all the way around here and all the way back here and along. And the reason this started, by the way, the reason I decided to, I am going all out. It is a pain, I'll be honest. The reason why I even started to do this was because I was annoyed that I had to climb up 2 hills and then climb down 2 hills to get to here where red would usually turn up. So I wanted to be able to get to here, essentially. I'm a little sad about where my plaza ended up being now that I've been here for a while, because like it's all the way down the bottom and I would have preferred for it to be in the center so I could like build out from it. But as you can see, I had a slope I had already put down up here. We've left all our stuff as close to the original terrain as possible. I mean, that's fair enough, and it makes a lot of sense. I was originally going to do that because I was lazy, and then I just went, I can't focus if it's not all gone. So I've been working on placing paths down. These are all the flowers that were on my top hills, which is why they're all just down here. I want to have some flower fields at some point. Let me go down to the actual plaza and you'll see what I've been doing down here. So here's the plaza. What annoyed me with the plaza mainly was the fact that you can't build straight up to this line, no matter how much you try. So I put a similar path around the outside, and I'm gonna build out. This is gonna be where Nook's Cranny is gonna go. We're gonna stick the museum up here, and here's where I need to get rid of this bridge. Here's where the most annoying part is. I want the Able Sisters to be here, right? But I'm gonna have to spend 50,000 bells to move it just to fill in this path and then put it back. You know, you want to have paths and stuff not show the grass's edge. It's really annoying, and it's the main reason why I put the border around, so then at least, one, I could place stuff here to make it feel more full, and then 2, at least these paths would connect on the edges. And that's just how I've been doing it. I have this path go down here, which takes you down to the Dodo Airlines, which I didn't mean to go into, but here we go, let's visit. And then I'm currently planning to have 2 different residential areas. Now, it doesn't matter which villages live where for me. I don't know where I'm going to decide to put my house yet. But basically, I was trying to keep some of the bridges I already had, and also some of the just maybe try and incorporate the slopes I already have, so because they obviously take a while to make. So there's this, which as you go over, it changes into the stone brick path, where eventually there'll be a residential down here. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it, because obviously there are houses in the way, so either I have to just plan it and then move them and hope that I've planned it correctly, or move them all first, plan it, and then put them back, which takes a lot longer. But we have a few houses here, not nearly in the place I want them. And this will be like one residential area. Then let's run all the way back over to the other side. I need to fill in these paths, which are going to take honestly, how long this takes to fill in these paths is absolutely ridiculous, especially when there's trees and crap in the way. And then the next residential area is going to be up here, and it's going to be somewhere around here. I don't know how I'm going to incorporate these slopes in. The only things that I know I want to have in is obviously I've got my plaza and I've got my 2 residential areas. I know I want to create like a hillside where inside the middle of it, like it has all the bamboo and then like a bath, so it feels like it's like a hot spring sort of thing. And then I also want to have an area where it's like a flower garden that you can kind of like walk through with all the different flowers in, because I do have all of them other than some of the hybrids at this point. So basically, the plan is to plan out today. I'm gonna eat some of the cheesecake I've been given. Because I have Rowan's house kit, because I was originally gonna put his house just like somewhere random so that I could build around it. Because his house is currently up on a hill. Walking around yesterday, found something. Ooh, that could be useful. I also only have like 40 minutes until the Able Sisters close. I also want to explore the new update, because I haven't had the chance to yet. And I have an actual swimsuit now, so we should be able to do that. Hello, Able Sisters. Nothing else I actually want from these guys. The new update works swimmingly. Amazing. Nook has wetsuit. Does he have one that he gives you? Like, so I have one now. Yeah. So I got one. I have it in my thingy thing. My house. And the Nook shop has a normal one. Does it? Because I went in there and it didn't have one. And I was a little saddened by it. I was like, oh. But I want to try that update today. So we're going to be doing that. But I guess first thing is to actually get into Island Designer. Which I like that you don't have to come out the Island Designer to go into shops. That'd be so annoying because it takes a little bit to get into it. There's one in the Nook shopping app. Do I even have the Nook shopping app? No, I don't have it. I don't think I've brought enough things to be able to have it. But no, this takes a very long time. You have to buy 100 items. Okay, I definitely don't think I've brought 100 items. That's for sure. Okay, so one of the worst things about doing this is that you have to knock down so many trees. Ah, if I had a net, I could have picked that bug up, but I don't have a net. Obviously, I have houses in the way of where I want to put paths, and I have flowers, and I filled up my storage, so I can't even put anything in there anymore, which is so annoying. Oops. But it's okay. I'm trying to deal with it. But like, imagine having to pick up all these flowers and just go and put them somewhere else. Taking down the hills is like the longest thing. I spent about 2-3 hours doing just that the other day. Ridiculous. The easiest way I found was to basically do lines and alternate, so then you didn't have to do like double the amount of hits, essentially. I was like, I want to play it because it's going to take a while, and I've been wanting to try and play it on stream for a while. Just, I don't want to time travel. So I did build up some bells to maybe, well, we can't even do it today, but if I manage to figure out where I want Rowan's house to be, like, that's fine. Oh, I also have a villager moving out today, so I should probably go visit her. Bubbles is moving out. This is the second time she asked to move out, so I let her. I felt I didn't want her to originally, and then I was like, yeah, no, I'm fine with it. And then it took ages for her to ask again. I am someone who, to a certain degree, I'm like, yeah, the villagers can leave when they want. If they ask, they go. Except from early on, where I was like, no, I want to keep. We do the same if you want to keep them in. I apologize. There we go. There's my voice. Basically, when I crash and Streamlabs decides to reset, it puts me on muted. because that's how it always is. I apologize for the lack of audio. I was talking. That's funny. Honestly, no idea if I'd be crashed. I'm currently just checking to see if, for whatever reason, the video has been like, hey, you have new drivers, because usually that's when it starts, but apparently I have the latest drivers, so that's not the issue. Anyway, I'm gonna eat a piece of cheesecake and we get right back. The nice thing is, obviously, game doesn't crash or anything because, console. Right. Let us very awkwardly get back to it. Yay! I don't even remember what I was doing. But the problem with deciding to restart your island, by the way, halfway through having already spent a lot of bells on things, is you have these in the way. Like, I have to get rid of that. I can't incorporate that anymore. All sounds good. Okay, good. I'm glad. Mistakes happen. It's fine. Oh, I was moving trees. That's what I was in the midst of doing. Okay. I was patting flowers, I think. Yeah, I've done it. That's fine. Let me get back to doing my paths. But I had an absolute struggle getting used to how these paths worked. They were like this. It's not easy to tell where you put them down. I'm trying to circle off the path right now. There we go. But no, I honestly am not sure how I'm gonna manage to plan this out properly, considering everything. Oh, I just picked up the path. But Nook's Cranny doesn't close until 10. So this is the problem with my stream time. There's gonna be an hour where everything is closed and I can't sell anything, so I probably should be trying to get bells up so that I'd be able to demolish things, because you have to pay a fee to demolish things, which makes sense logically. However, I wish that wasn't the case, because it's a pain in the arse. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll just demolish this bridge now. And he was like, actually, this is gonna cost you 10,000 bells. I was like, oops. But I must say, one thing I dislike is where my, such annoyance, is where my plaza is. Because it's in just, like, the corner, bottom corner, basically. So it's a little hard to build off of it, is my only complaint. But it's fine. We'll be fine. Just throw my hair behind me because it's tickling my chest. Right. I always forget on console games I'm sat a lot further back, so I feel really awkward being like, Let me just set myself up and get a bit closer. Now I must say, I usually play on my Switch in not docked mode, in console mode, handheld mode. That's what makes sense. It feels better. Animal Crossing! Yes, Joe, welcome! How are you doing? I thought it'd be funny to show off my terrible ability at building stuff and terraforming things. I honestly don't even know how I'm going to incorporate terraforming into this whole thing. Dab 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 dabs! Welcome to the Davos. I believe I still have some PK Slider playing. You cannot dab, it makes you sad. You could try subbing. My sub point did go down. If that's... It may work now, I don't know. Also, don't you have a bunch of points anyway that you could theoretically just get the dab with? Like... Okay, this path is almost done. Let you refresh, yeah. You're hoarding points. What are you hoarding points for? Like, okay, that path's now actually done. I think Sam's waiting for me to add more channel point stuff. That's the only thing I can think of. Because there are some things that I don't know, I'm like half thinking of doing, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna very quickly grab my, Hi! Well, some of them may have a limit, so you never know. So I want this to be a residential area, but I'm not even entirely sure, like, how big I want to make things. So, like, I want everyone to have, like, a front garden, because I feel like that makes sense, and then having a path to their door. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, basically. Other than plan it somewhere else. So, 1, 2, 3, that'd be 4. Okay, I'm gonna need a stone path to help me out. Sorry, this is me basically seeing how long the house is. I mean, that would actually be fine, I think. And then the path would be 3 wide. So it's path is 3 because this can all be grass and stay grass. They're 4 long. If we take into that. Also, yes, I'm ignoring all the balloons and stuff because I actually I don't have a thing anymore. It broke and I haven't bothered to remake it. So if we keep on the idea that this is the path, and I'll just plan out like along here where it's gonna be, for example. So I want to leave space to put a fence, essentially, that would come from here up. So the length of the house is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's that they're actually a square, which is always weird to me. And it has 1 before it actually gets to the step. So let's say that's its 1, and then it has 3 for the step. 1, 2, 3. And then from the step, depends how long I want their actual garden to be. Dab dab. We love a dabo. So say that was their path, up to their house. So it's 4 long, because that makes sense to me, because everything is 4 or 3 usually, so 4 long. The front step would be here. Like, front step would be this step on the 4th one. In my mind. Oops. Or it would be on the 5th. Yeah, so the front step would go to here. As front step. And that would be their front step. Okay. Needed to go out 1, and then it's 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. This is going to take a lot of planning. This is just a plan, by the way. This isn't even actually going to be one of the houses. Placements. I feel like I need a piece of paper or something to just write down. You messed up in my RAM. Oh no, how? What happened? So this would be part of their garden. That's not a lot of garden, is it? Your generator doesn't work anymore. Oh no! I don't know what that means, but damn it. That's not fun. I think I'd have it come out and then like around. So if I get a dirt path to show what I'm gonna do with the actual garden itself. So it wouldn't be on this back one, it'd have to be on this second one. So it'd have to be here. So this is, for example, the fence. So 1, 2... I don't know if I necessarily want it to be much bigger than that. But it would be like down. Angel Ring is powered by GP. Oh no! Oops. Because obviously that's the front there. So if it was like the fence came right up to the path. So it'd be here. I can't go to move the flowers, which is why I'm not. And then we could have another window on the same side. Another window, sorry, another fence, and then it could be basically the same thing. You recommended 4 water mills for the grid power. You got rid of your solar panels. Still don't work. Uh-oh. And like maybe this could be their little garden. Although for some of the villagers, like they already had stuff. So like for example, Zucker had a stone table and a stone seat. But that stone table's really big. I may bring it back more. So if we, you know it's 4, so take 1 off here. 1 off here, because that's 4. We'll also take 1 off here, 1 off here. And then what we'll do is we'll actually do it that, well that's just not in the right place, is it, for what I'm attempting to do. We will do that, it now builds out here instead. And then it would be 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then the dirt path would actually come up to here. It doesn't give much more room, but it gives something, I guess. I say the dirt path. It's not an actual dirt path, it'd be a fence. But you know, vibe. It does mean that they end up having like a massive area, because like da-da-da and da-da-da. But like this would be filled with like flowers and then maybe a seat or something. Or like a bench. Also, actually now I think about it, oh no, the fence is this line. I'm an idiot, never mind. Fence is that line, so they would actually have stuff here. And like I'd be tempted to even bring the fence on top of that, but that's fine. So I don't want to start a house immediately on this bed, although I could, and it could be like a proper actual situation. How many villages are max? Not including my space, because I don't know where I want to live yet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 villages, meaning 5 could go in each, which is fine in my opinion. But I don't know how I do it. Because like I could do 4 and then I think what I may do is I'll do like them somewhat off center. This is really awkward to plan. Whoops. I don't know how people do this so well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How is this 5? Did I actually work it out to be 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I did. Never mind. Okay. Because it would be up here. This is where it starts. And I think, yeah, I would like the first house to be here. So I'd prefer to be able to stick a house like... Oh no! Oh no, okay, that's coming down here, that's fine. That just means I can't put a house on that direction. It's like, a house here would be actually fine. It would just be that the fence would have to go here. So this would be the beginning of the fence. And it would be the same height, so that's not an actual issue for me to know where the height is. I believe this is the right height, yeah. Oh, I'm in such a weird space with my camera. I'm so sorry. I am attempting to stay in a decent space. And then it'd be one on the tree like that. And then we'd have this, which would be one there, one there, two, which is 5 long, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's 4 down, I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 1, 3, 4. In which then it goes around like this. Then on there. Then this is the path. Whoops, don't want to actually break it off. 3. This is the slight annoying thing with this path paint, it's just a little awkward. And then that would be the path. And then the other garden bit would be 1, 2, and then down. I can actually come over here and do this. No! Huh, I did not know that's how you end up walking in this game. I want to sort out my camera so I don't feel so awkwardly sad when I'm sat back here. But this lighting is also really weird. Currently, which I do apologise for. I don't have like any white on my screen. Whoopsie! Now you can see I'm using the Elgato to screen grab this. I'd like to come off of that, that would be great. Give me a second. Do apologise. Come on. There we go. I do try not to go over onto that monitor, but that's how I capture this because I don't know a better way, I guess, is my explanation. And then just not get rid of it, please. No, I'm currently waiting on trying to get a good fence that I can put around houses. Because I don't really have too many, which is a little bit of a shame, I'm not gonna lie. Just gonna curve the edges of these because I think it'll look nicer. Put down another one. Can I see behind the tree? No. That's why usually I just get rid of the trees, you know? Thing is, you can't do this stuff once the house has been put on top of it, so I'm gonna do it this way. Obviously, I'm just gonna very quickly fill in some of the other surrounding bits. We won't need this area anymore. It's actually wrong, essentially, so I'm gonna just get the grass paint and just remove all of this. Because I do want to be able to use the upper hills and stuff. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be using them for quite yet, I'll be real. But I think I'll figure it out. I don't know. But I have a lot of flowers that just have no place to go. And once I've figured that out, I can also get rid of a bunch of the flowers I no longer need. Meaning I can just sell them or whatever. Because unfortunately I have a lot that are just kind of in the way at the minute. Wow, that lighting is really off-putting, isn't it? Gosh, I guess we are better off just in the darkness. No, the main reason why I'm using the stone is because I really like the look of the stone bridges and I don't really like any of the other bridges. And I was like, well, if we just have it go up to the stone and then when they cross the stone village, it's more like your residential, not like town areas. I feel like that makes quite a bit of sense. I hope, anyway. Oh. Okay, so that's where one house could go, basically. Just fill in this. Oh, wrong one. Oh. Obviously, this is in the wrong place right now, which isn't great. I'd prefer it if it was in a better place. Just everything's kind of in a wrong place, not gonna lie. Everything is just in a bad place for where I want to do with anything. Whoopsie. No, we're just having a bit of a chill day while I spend my time doing all of this and putting paths down, and honestly, I don't know how good this is gonna look. What I need to figure out is how big of a place that I can put a slope in. Because basically, also, I'm probably gonna end up plotting Ronan's house here. Oh, I've just realised, because I actually do have his house, I can actually test to see if this fits here well. I need to rethink that, apparently. Please don't tell me it has to space unevenly. Please, just be nice to me. Oh, no. My plan's all messed up, isn't it? Okay. Too far forward. Okay, now I'm too far back. Okay, I just need to see what this looks like. And I hope it gives me his actual house. Are you kidding me? Okay, so all the work that I did with all the paving and stuff, it just completely removes it. What's the point in me being able to put stuff on top of paving then? I mean, that's more of what I was going for, but apparently the house is a lot smaller than I thought it was. Hey, Felina! Welcome to the stream. During the Imagine. I would hope it wouldn't, but I can't, like... My brain says to just make it bigger rather than smaller, just in case, because I can always remove it, but I can't... And I won't be able to find this out until tomorrow, is the thing. How you all doing? I'm doing alright, yeah. Just trying to figure out how this works. Okay, it needs... Oh my gosh, you scared the life of me. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Sam, you scared the life out of me then. I did not expect to hear that. Okay. Also, I apparently unlocked an emote because of that. Let's have a look what that is. I got Pride Cute. Look at that! Cover yourself up. Gosh. Eee, that's a fun teacup. Like, that's a good layout to me. Do you know what? You said he was streaking. Oh! Okay, I missed that. I'm streaking. God's sake. Okay, so this doesn't feel right though. But I'm in the center of the path. So if I go here, it's too far left. This is so stressful. And I keep nearly clicking like, this is the spot. Okay, so that is definitely not the right place. That's not right. Actually, wait, it might have been right. I don't understand how people do this. This is so stressful. My brain's not working. Like, is that where I want it? I don't know. Okay, this is a different spot, so let me imagine. And I think it's wrong. It's too far back. Or is it? Now it looks better. But I don't want it to be in the wrong spot, you know? Like, that seems right, but the worst thing would be having it not go to that window. and it's the 4. So it's on this one. Like, this obviously goes here and it looks like it's hitting the back of it. Whereas when it's ever so slightly more forward, like here. I'm stressed, man. That looks wrong. It just looks wrong. I'm gonna do it in the other one. And hope I don't regret it later on. It's also apparently 9 now. Oh, I clicked OK. Oh. Because that will be where the back of his house is, like here. Meaning a fence isn't going to hit it in the right spot, I'm pretty sure. I don't understand how people actually manage to do this. I am so stressed that that's now in the wrong spot, because that would be 50,000 simoleons. And by the way, to be able to put it where I actually want it, I would have to literally pick it up, move it, and then move it back. I'm gonna go grab some fences. I think I have some. Yes. Do I just get stressed out easily? Is this my problem? Like... I did the fence. Oh, okay, they're up there. Like, what? I was gonna say, I was like, what is happening? Because, like, I don't want it like this. Obviously, I need to rip up the floor. So I'm just hoping it works. It's been perfectly. Yeah, I realized that. He was like, but no, I get you. And if I put it here... I mean, it lines up with the back. I was originally going to put it here. So that it didn't line up with the back. But maybe, just maybe, it'll be okay. Maybe I won't cry when this is done. But I think I might leave this extra space here. And then everyone can have like a little bit of an extra area. But I do need to actually unpave these. I don't actually want it to be dirt, you know. Want it to look nice. Fortunately, I do just have a house in the way, and I think it's actually Zucker's house. Yeah, it is too. But apparently, it doesn't work like this, so I'm gonna have to pick these up. And I'm actually gonna put it back down just in case, so I don't. No, you know what? No, it's fine. We'll do it how Brain tells do it. But his house will be built tomorrow, so this is actually an extremely long process because I don't time travel. So, ahoy. But there we are. Like, I like this fence a lot, so I may end up using this for, like, all of my building around the houses, because it just feels like a good, solid fence, you know? I obviously need to pick all this up now. Just go ahead and sort out my floor. But flattening this place was the worst thing in my entire life. I never want to have to do it again. And I won't, luckily, unless I decide I want to redo the entire island again, which is not gonna happen, I feel. So long to do even like one or two things, like, no. And this is why you do it over the course of multiple days and you don't rush it, because you'll go insane. A friend of ours has torn down and rebuilt that island at least twice now. Frickin' heck, that could not be me. I honestly was originally going to be like, oh, I just want to kind of stick with like the original like sort of theme for Animal Crossing, in that essentially it's just an island with hills, so I was just going to make your general like bridges in general places and like all that stuff. And then I watched a 40-odd minute video that my friend sent me of someone's absolutely like built up island, so many things, and I got inspired. And I was like, I want to do something, not nearly as extravagant as that, but I want to do something. I want to have like the little residential areas, you know? Like, it felt right. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know if I had the gut to constantly rebuild and like, I like the game, but wow. But no, eventually that would be a path. And then this is Rowan's house. He doesn't actually have anything outside of him, but outside of his house yet, but obviously it will eventually. We have all of our vigils circled around the little ponds and some streams with some hedges and whatnot. Oh, that's cute. I like that. See, my plan is to have two different like village areas essentially. So there's going to be 5 houses up here, and then down by the Able Sisters there'll be another 5, so it's like 2 little towns. No real area aside from their houses for themselves though. Yeah, no, that's fair. I was inspired to do this sort of thing. To like put some flowers on a bench, try and match their personalities and stuff. But I don't know how I'm gonna do it just yet in terms of all the houses. Because I want to be able to have like a slope or something, maybe up to 2 houses or something. But I don't know. Because I'm tempted to have like, for example, in the middle of like these 2 houses, a slope or like stairs going up to a bunch, like some more houses. We've got the town centre right next to the airport and the 2 shops off to the side, and behind the river in the middle of the island you have the museum with a pretty big plaza with reflecting pool. Oh, that's cool. I'm honestly just trying to just deal with what I got. I think I've mentioned before I was tempted to restart my entire island, but I realised that I'd lose all the bunny day progress I put in. And it was like, well, I don't want to restart and lose stuff and like all the bugs I'd put into like, you know, just everything, basically. A lot of work that I would lose if I did it, if I restarted. Oh, we've been keeping the original terrain as close as possible, so working within that limitation is both annoying yet rewarding. Yeah, no, I can imagine. Like I said earlier, like, I was tempted to do that, but I can't, my brain, like, wouldn't let me think about, like, it wouldn't let me think. I don't know how to explain it. Yes, it was the 915 hours video that you sent me that inspired me to do something with my island. Yes. Yeah, someone put 915 hours into the game. Apparently they were playing like 10 hours nearly every single day since it came out. So I don't quite think they did time travel. Yeah. I'm not too shocked though, like, that's... People who enjoy this game will have nothing else to play, you know what I mean? I'm thinking if the museum's here, I'm gonna start doing like the flowers around it and having like the different flower areas, because it only feels right that they, like, the flower field would be around, sort of around where the museum is. I may even put it just up here and have like the flower field go on both sides, because that's where the room is. I also at some point need to figure out where my house is going. The castle house, I know, right? Absolutely insane. It was an insane video. Okay, I'm half thinking a slope up here. Although, okay, so the slope's too wide. But I have a feeling like I wouldn't be able to put anything this close to it. Let me go find one of the slopes I have down. Oh, Ripple, how did you get up there? Okay, no, I'm already on it. Okay, so I can. I just always feel like... And even if the slope doesn't end up working, I suppose what I can do is I could easily enough just put another path down here and then have the area like built up around. I don't know. I haven't like got the creative brain. I like being able to like test stuff out and then actually do it when I've decided I like it. So not having the ability to do that is honestly kind of scary. It's like I've just got to hope I end up liking what I've done with it. But what I'll do is I'll stick this path will continue up and around it. And then I'm gonna stick one house in the middle maybe, and then have two, like a slope coming down here, and then another slope coming down here to where there's two more houses. I think that could be really nice. So obviously this would go up. I don't really know how long the slopes are, because you got 1, 2, so it's 1, 2, 3. They're about 3 long. And I'm gonna want the stairs because it's like a residential area and it also matched the wood, which is so annoying because they just cost so much more than the slope. And I really do like the aesthetic of the slope. It's just not quite the same, and it wouldn't feel right to be in like a little residential town. But yeah. I'm trying to think. I could have this so it's 4 wide. Welcome back with your dabs, honey. If this was 4 wide, I could then put the slope in the middle and you could theoretically still get here to the other houses without needing to go up. Then that also feels like it completely removes the point of having the slopes in the first place. No, I think I'll continue that like that. Ooh. So that should be 4. It would be 4 eventually. I'm also, yes, avoiding moving all the trees and the flowers at the minute. Because they're a pain in the arse. But yeah, this would be 2. To kind of signify that obviously this is where a slope's gonna go. And it feels fine that it would be a 2. Like, I'm tempted to make it a 4 and then put 2 slopes going up to it. I don't know how it's gonna work though if I put the house like directly on it. But 2 slopes is so much more expensive than 1, and I don't even think you can put 2 slopes next to each other. Do you know what? I should probably actually look these things up. rather than planning around it and then being like, oh wait, I can't even do that. Because like, that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Animal Crossing New Horizons. Place 2 slopes next to each other. Okay, I found a Reddit thread. Okay, you can't place 2 next to each other. Okay, so basically the answer is no, so it would have to be 2. Although I'm a little confused. One sec, let me just open up that thread again, just to make sure I'm not wrong on what I've just said. Yeah, so they're too wide, so they should theoretically be able to fit in here. But this would be terraformed up, theoretically, and then this would be another house. And I'm gonna make it opposite, so this one has 2 here. I don't know, it feels right to do that. So it'd be 1, 2. Whoops, wrong place. Never mind, it needs to be 3. And I can't even put this house down until I've done... Oh, that's really kind of annoying, actually. How many things is it? It's 1, 2, 3? I wish... Like, I know... Like, I don't want this to be Minecraft or anything, but my brain's like, I want this to be easier for me to read. Oh, it's 4. Okay, well we can do 4, that's fine. That's easy enough to remember. So it was 4 and not 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So of course it actually ends up being kind of not in, just exactly in the way of where we need to put these 2 fences. So it would literally just be, come down here, it'd be here, there'd be 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. I know, right? Hee. It's just how I'm out here speaking. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then you'd have the fence here. Whoops. Where it's gonna be 1, 2 like that, and then, or even that. I've done it wrong somehow. Okay, the 3 is in the wrong place. That can stay there, that's fine. I need to actually have it here. It's like where the path would lead up. But that one doesn't go there. Basically, is what I meant by that. The one will go there, one would go there, and one would go... I think that's correct. Yeah, so it should have 3 prongs on it. Which it does, so that's good. I'm also running out of these fences, and I'm pretty sure I should have the recipe to make them, which I will probably do soon. Right now it's fine. The reason why I let that one stay is because obviously this would be a path anyway. To a certain degree, I wish you could at least turn the houses so that they could be on their side. I know there's probably a lot of people who don't really want that, but at the same time, like, my brain says they should be able to be on their side. I built this up. Despite the fact that I want this to be terraformed, so like this doesn't make any sense. And the things are like, I think we worked out it was 3 long. So like, for example, I'd want the top bit, like this third bit, to be here. Like this would be the stairs going up. You'd have stairs, and then further down here it would be the slope. So honestly, it would probably be going up into here, and these wouldn't be fully thinged. I don't know. I am honestly just testing out my brain for what I want to do. Meaning this is now happening, and I don't think I can get through there, which I can't. Okay, it's fine. If I just build a square, for now. For now. Like, so the stairs would go up, that's fine. And then, would you want it so that it came further down and it didn't feel so sudden? I feel like I'd want it further down, and then that way it can be like a full-on, like, they just live, they just live on top of the, like, fancy hill thing, you know? And then this way it can actually be, so it's built out by 2 from where it was, so if we build it out by, like, 3 maybe, that feels good. And then we'll do the same over here and build it out by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the stairs would like come up here, obviously. And then we'll do the same to this one. 1, 2, 3. Build it up again. If you have like any ideas on like something that's like decent or something that you've seen other people do let me know. I am interested in like other things that are, you know, that have been done and maybe that look really nice. I'm interested to find out about those things, so don't be shy. Also, I feel like I should mention, I do have a Discord and stuff. So I have a bunch of socials in Discord and everything, and you can now see that I'm using my Elgato to record. How fun! Let me just go ahead and put all my socials in the chat. Here's all my socials. Discord's a fun place. We occasionally will chat on there. I'm just trying to sort out my screen record. I do apologise that it has messed up a little bit. I have a bunch of different channels and such that you guys can come join on. I do believe I have an Animal Crossing channel, so if you have anything you want to show, a peek behind the curtain, exactly. You can't just leave it be full screened. And I screen record it because I don't really know how to not do that, because I can't have it. The only way I'd be able to do it is literally not be able to use this monitor for anything else, basically. And I wouldn't be able to hear the audio if I did it the other way that I'm able to, unfortunately. How's the input lag on the Elgato? So the Elgato I'm using is the HD60, so it's the one that goes into your computer. There is absolutely no lag. I look at the screen capture. Yeah, so I use the screen capture. There's no lag. It's the HD60 gives you no lag. There is the option to obviously output it to a different monitor, but the main reason why I use a screen capture is because my monitors don't have any earphones or sound or anything. So yeah, you should really get one. They're really useful. I don't think that you can do like older consoles too much. I'm not actually sure how to do that. Yeah, it is nice, yeah. There's 10 viewers, but I try not to think about it too much, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to make myself feel like I have to do that every single stream, because it doesn't happen, and it's fine, you know? I think Animal Crossing is just a game people put on in the background all the time. Until you watch someone stress about how this doesn't fit really anymore, but there we go. But no, so we got this house. Still trying to figure out how to convert from composite oh my god, that was a lot of words that honestly, I think I know what you're talking about, but my brain is just broken. I wish I saw that you'd be able to capture all console footage. I feel like there should be a way, but I haven't bothered to look at it. Because I'm just like, I'll use an Elgato. No, wrong word, I'll use an emulator. So that could be the stairs going up. Then I gotta figure out actually how long this is. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9 long. One of the reasons you emulate at this point, oh my god, my brain. I haven't read some of the messages you sent. Once you saw that, yeah. Oh, it looked really low res. Yeah, one of the reasons you emulate at this point. Yeah, exactly. Okay, it was 9 that I counted, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, 2. What I have just realized is this house is going to have to be slightly off center so that I can have the 3 path. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to like this without just putting like 2 houses on it. I am far too close. There we go. Because it would be, all of them have a 3-way path. So if we look at this, sadly it's at the cost of performance and slightly differences in execution due to being an emulator. Yeah, sometimes it works really well and other times just not as well. Just popping in and out for now, you're working on some stuff, that's fair. Thank you for popping in. Why doesn't it go up to the grass line? Ew. Not my favourite, that. Not my favourite. But I'm gonna have to, like, they might just have to have a bigger garden. Although, this could be, like, where my house could go. I don't know. I hate that it's so much cheaper to move your own house. It's like, free. So these are my standard paths. So I'm gonna put stairs going up onto these. Would be the idea here. And I'm gonna need to build some more cliffs. I don't even know how long I've made their paths at this point. Like, so from there it'd be 1, 2. Okay, so it's 4 if you think from where the thing would go. So this is obviously a full path, so I can't just remove the path there. So if we think it's going to be built up here, we're also going to have to get rid of 2 slopes. Well, probably all of my slopes I'm going to have to get rid of, unfortunately, which is honestly kind of really sad. But there we go. So it's 4 up here. Yes, it should have been playing the entire time. But I've got it playing just as some added music. I don't know. The gameplay might be a lot louder than KK, actually, now that I think about it. We had that Blasting of Pazza for the longest time. It's so good. I have yet to get it when KK Slide is actually here, because I haven't been playing this game for like a week, I'll be honest. It's been a little while. Oh, City Folk. I don't think I ever played City Folk. I played... The first one I ever played was Wild World. And then I think I went straight to New Leaf, and I think I missed one at that point, which I think it was City Folk I missed. But I love Bubblegum. Oh, it's so good. I know, right? Ah. Honestly, every Animal Crossing game was really good though. Like, every time they release a new one, I'm like, I like this. Well, I say that, but then again, let's be real. Like, what was it? Like, they had like a house designer or something that I never ended up buying because I was like, this doesn't feel like an Animal Crossing game. No offense if you liked that one, but it just didn't feel like an Animal Crossing game to me. So stair would go up here, stair would go up there, that's fine. This would be house, and then this would be their garden. You just want gyroids and individual storage furniture back. Yes! Actually, I completely agree with that. I wish that the wardrobe was separate to your house storage. The house storage is really annoying, because I've filled mine up at this point, with trying to move stuff around. And that's what's really frustrating for me. I don't know how I'm gonna do the fencing for this house. Missed when you open a drawer and that drawer had its own inventory. I suppose the only good thing about it is that it's a little easier to find your stuff, I guess, would be my only thing. Like, because everything's in one place, you don't have to go hoping you found the right drawer, you know? Which is something that I can appreciate. At the same time, though, like, ugh, you know? Okay. I don't even know if I'm gonna like the way this looks all built up. Your basement in the original, I got it. Animal Crossing was full of pair dresses because I don't want to have lots of. You've used some acronyms I don't recognise, I'm afraid. GameCube, right, okay. I was lost in that one. I didn't play much GameCube, if at all, really. Sadly. But dang. I do wish there was more storage, because like you can build your storage up, but it's only when you increase your house, and I haven't been focusing on doing that. And my house is only in its set, like I've only done the first payment, I think. So, oh, my pockets are full. Just bury it. As you can see, all my pockets are full. Also, I apologize that I keep like awkwardly sitting forward, but I don't know what to tell you. Come on, plant them, please. I do have Ribbot. Oh, I should probably actually go through who my villagers are. I've just realised I haven't done that yet. So here's my map. It looks nerf. I have Louie, Ribbot, Rocket, Sprinkle, Rowan, Mathilda, Zucker, who was my fave, Glades, which I always try to accidentally say GLaDOS, Bubbles, who is actually in boxes and leaving today, and Grizzly. Grizzly, basically, it turns out if you don't go villager hunting, and you just have an empty spot, someone will randomly move in, and for me that was Grizzly, and I love him. And somehow he overtook Gladys. It is Gladys, yeah. Was it? That's cool. The two that were starters for me was a mouse called Rod and then Rocket. They were my starters. Oh, I've just realised Bubbles may not even... Bubbles should be in her house. I hope she's still awake. Is this your house, Bubbles? Bubbles' house! Do. I used to be someone who was like, when I'd go, oh, look at you. Glad you came to visit. I have something to say to you. Thanks, like, so much for giving me advice. It helped me decide to pack up. We'll be super far apart, but I'll always remember April and my Trey's superstar friend. Aww. Also, I realised it's Trey and not Trez after saying it, because I'm pretty sure it's the French word for fairy. I wanted to make sure I went and saw her before she left. I actually completely I forgot about that for a little bit. But no, if you don't move someone into your village, someone random will eventually just live there. And it scared me the first time it happened, and although I was very happily scared because it was Grizzly, and honestly, he just looks like a massive teddy bear and I want to cuddle him. Basically. I don't know how I like this. I'm tempted to flatten it out again and not have it like this. But I don't know where I would bring up the non-flattened area otherwise, you know? Okay, I'm gonna have to go drop these off somewhere that I'm not gonna be building in. This is why I want to sort out my flowers, because I've got so many of them. I just don't know where I want to put it yet, so I haven't bothered. No, this house is going to be basically completely fenced off. The only problem is I don't feel like I'll be able to put anything behind it, which is like slightly problematic. I feel like I'd have to border off this entire thing if I have it up here. I don't know how I feel about it anymore. Because also I prefer to have like the four-way path, but also the two-way path kind of makes it feel less problematic, I don't know. But if I have it this way, it just makes it maybe a little more interesting, because I have nothing interesting going on. I'm stuck. Stuck in a hoo. As you can see, I have a slope that I don't want. Oh, sugar. Honey, honey, do 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 do. You are my candy girl. Also, if you ever want to listen, if you like Animal Crossing and you want to listen to like Animal Crossing-y themed music, well, KK Slider, I suppose, music, just go on Spotify. There's a bunch of Animal Crossing covers of on there, of just loads of songs. I was tempted to play them, but then I was like, I may get told off if I do that, so I was like, nah, never mind. How big is the house net thing? Luckily I have a house net thing to look at. 1, 2, maybe 3, I don't know. Yeah, that's 1. Let's just say it's 4, because it is 4. In reality, it's 4. We got the 1, 2, 3, 4. build it back here. So this is my bump. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like that's wrong because I had it like, oh, I don't want to break it down though. But no, I'll bring it out all the way, obviously. I wish, honestly, we could just have an always top view, because I really like the top view. It just makes it feel, it makes it seem easier and like give me more depth. Like I can see where I'm going with it, you know? Okay, so that's that. This is honestly probably gonna need to come up over here. Let's get a ladder and we'll ladder us up. I'll just very quickly put some stone down. Not what I wanted. I wanted to go into here. I don't have much of the fence left. But we'll stick 1, 2, 3. That one. Okay, and that would technically be correct. Is like the front. So the stairs would be up here, it would go into here, and this would be their house, and then down here would essentially be 2 more houses that immediately come off. Don't know if I like it, I'm gonna be honest. It feels weird because it's off balance here, and it would be off balance no matter how I did it. It just feels like it should be more off balance if this is the case. And I'd be tempted to actually build this up and over so that 2 houses were on here instead, and they were just next to each other. And maybe even like shared a garden, or like all 3 of the houses were up here. And there's like the one in the center, because they're all going to be slightly odd anyway. I don't know. Unless these guys get bigger gardens, so that instead of it being there, it would actually be... Give me a sec, I've actually got to jump down and put some cliffs up here so I can even show what I'm talking about. Although, it would work with the stairs. Maybe a little odd though. Also the slope's completely in the way, but it's fine. And to where they just get a bigger garden, so... Wrong button, god. Where it goes there, and then there. They get the bigger gardens, because they're up here. I wish the stair, like you had different options for the width of the stairs, but it is only 2. The only other option would be to put... Oh, okay, I have a better idea. If I put all 3 of the houses up on a hill, or at least 2 of them, then what I can actually do... I need to remove this to do this. It takes so long. I wish to a certain degree there was a paint button, but there isn't. It's fine. It's so that this was all center. Like, they can still have bigger... I don't necessarily want them to have bigger gardens, but unless I change the gardens down here... I also like them being slightly odd. Anyway. If I take the fences... Here we go. Instead of having... Oh, they're gonna connect, aren't they, if I do this? I'm conscious about that. Hoping they won't. Can I not put one right next to it? I hate it. I hate it. Why? Why? My only other option would be to put some, like, decorative flowers just in the middle of two. Basically, I don't want it to be odd up here. So if I had a fence there, then essentially a fence there, and a fence there. I don't know why it's done it like that. It's just because I haven't stuck another one here. And then it could be like a mini garden. And then this was actually their fence too. And then they just have another fence there, for example. And another fence there. And then that would be just a center. I suppose, like, might as well then at this point just take these two down. And then it would be a path down. Although you can't stick another house there. So I don't know what would go down here. Is the problem. Everything feels wrong. Because, like, eventually this will be a massive empty space. Like, it feels wrong to have it, because the river's gonna go all the way along here. And, like, around here. Through down here. Through there. And then down here. I suppose something I need to do is actually figure out the river and sort the river out, maybe. And that will help me. I've just been avoiding doing flowers. Like, this would have to be a lot bigger, because obviously then a house would be up here, as opposed to, like, going up here, so that doesn't work. Do you know what? I understand I put a lot of time and effort into doing this, but I'm just gonna take it down. It's not gonna be like this. At least not gonna be like this in terms of having this hill up here and the slope up here. I'll just find another way to incorporate it. It's mainly because I want, like, 5 on one side and 5 on the other, so it's kind of awkward. Obviously my house kind of needs to go somewhere, and I'm not sure. Yeah, then you can work around the river. Like, I have a general idea of where the river's gonna go, but anywhere that is on this side of where the river is, because as you can see I have 2 entrances to the sea, or an entrance and exit, I guess. This bridge over here is a fake bridge, it's gonna get removed. But I don't know what I'm gonna do at the minute. I want to keep that house there. I'm gonna take down this because I'm not loving it. This is where, like, I'll come back another day and be like, actually. And this is what takes so long. Like, you thought putting up these was long? This is longer. Like, oh. Oh, there we go. Also, I'm probably going to put the ables, so I know I've been complaining about like the ables and the fact that I'm going to have to move it and then move it and just spend like 100,000 bells on that one move. However, I have just realized if I move it to where I originally was going to put the Nook's Cranny, I could then just like, oh no, putting these not where I want them now. I could just then like put the Nook's Cranny where the ables, I was originally going to put the ables, and it wouldn't matter one sodden bit, and it'd be fine. And I need to figure out where the flowers are going. And once I've done that, I should be relatively okay. Now that's not really a good path, is it? I mean, I don't know. I just don't like how far it comes away from here. Like, it would have been better if like it was along here maybe, and like up and then here, but then that leaves a lot of space over there. Museum's gonna be back here. I'm gonna go see if I can demolish anything, because that is really in the way and I'd like it to be done by tomorrow. I have a feeling that it's not going to be. I also won't be streaming this every day because it gets tiring to constantly think. Did I attempt to plan this all out before? I did, and then I got bored with planning it out. Let's talk infrastructure. About bridges and inclines. I want to demolish something. This was bound to happen. So it's this bridge. That's fine. Demolish, demolish. Okay, that'll be gone by tomorrow, so that'll be out of my way for other ideas that I have. Oh, I probably should have got rid of the slopes, but oh well. At least I know I can move a house and demolish something on the same day, but look, that's just in the way. Because the museum's gonna be here, and my idea was to have... Honestly, I may push the museum back a little bit and then have more paths come off with, like, the flowers, basically. So let's give that a go. So every one I add on here, I need to take one off. I can only bring it up to this height, so I guess that's where I'm stopping. Obviously, I'm pretty sure buildings, you know, they destroy all of this. Seemingly. Anyway, I'm not sure if that's true. If you know, please let me know. I'd love to think it isn't, but pretty sure. But the reason why I want to do this is off either side of the museum, I'm thinking of possibly, whoops. I'm thinking of possibly, although this isn't even far enough back for me to do that. Oh, and if I... Having dilemmas. If I push this too far back, the river won't be able to come around. Unless I wiggle it up, which is honestly a nice idea, because I need to be able to take it up to another area later on. Let me just get the grass, because that's a little easier to remove things. But if I do it a 2-path off, that could be relatively nice, I think. And it honestly depends on even how this is going to center on here, and I won't know until another time, which is really frustrating. Like, it would be a path going off here, but then that's not big enough to actually be as big as the field that I want. I don't have any more fences. Let's say this is the fence, right? So I want it to be 1, 2, 3. Like, this would be the furthest it could go, so 4. So the fence would have to go here, right? So I could fit 3 flowers. Now I want to be able to fit 5 of each flower. So it'd be there, there. And then actually here, and then another fence there. So 1. Now if I actually put like a stone path here, I'll be able to definitely see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, theoretically, I'd want to have that either side of it. Meaning it would be a long path, like, into it, wouldn't it? Because it would be a 2-path. Because you'd have, like, how many flowers are there? This is the other thing I need to double check quickly. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8. So I could have 4 on either side that you could walk through, which would be really nice. And I'd want them to all be 5 flowers. So it'd be... How many colours do they have each? Some of them don't have all the colours is the problem. So it wouldn't even be even if I did it this way. All but pansies have pink. All but mums have orange. So the pansies and orange could go opposite each other. Could they? Oh, this is really difficult. This won't work. Unless I did it where... Oh, I'm even reading it wrong. Cosmos have 3 colours. Hyacinths have 4. Lilies have 3. I don't have lilies yet. Mums have 3. Pansies have 3. Roses have 6. Tulips have 4. And windflowers have 4. I also don't have windflowers yet. Oh, cheese is so good. Surzan79, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. I hope your day is going well. Basically, I don't know what I'm doing with the flowers, and I'm even more confused now that I know that there is more of them than I thought there was. I was gonna try and keep it as like a past thing, but maybe it should be like over here, and it should just be like something you can run through. Where did this originally sit, by the way? Do we know? Okay, that's just one, so I guess it was only one. Oh, we are now at 10 PM, guys. That means the Nook shop has just closed. I completely forgot about that. Okay. Fine. I think I may bring it back here. Which is bringing it back by 3. So basically where it originally was. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. If anyone has any suggestions about flower areas or whatnot, that I'd love to hear them. I wish the plaza was something you could build on, like the main. Unfortunately, no. It's okay. But I wish it was something you could build on, or like put items on, but you can't. Your island has been sort of taken over by flowers. Yeah, same. Which is why I want to try and put them into one spot. There we go. That's that. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? To be fair, you don't care much. I mean, that's fair. The main reason why I want to move the flowers and kind of get rid of some of them is I want to obviously put some with like the villages and stuff inside where their homes are going to be. But because they're everywhere, it's really hard to put anything up because I have to constantly move them, and I'm trying to not have to constantly move them. As you can see, I have a lot of flowers. I feel like I just need like a flower area, which is what I've been trying to do. I suppose I could stick it between like some of the villages and just have like random pockets of all the different flowers. Maybe, I don't know. Like just in random areas, like maybe, obviously I'm taking down all these cliffs, so I might as well work on this as I'm talking about it. So instead of, like, because obviously I need to have a 5th, like in some of these gaps that I have, it would probably make sense to just put a block of the flower type or something. Because I also want to have like a little tree grove, so then I have like all the trees in one area. That poor villager stuck on it. Yeah, I know. It's been going on for the past couple of days, unfortunately, with how much I've spent completely flattening my island. The only problem with flattening my island is like, my brain says I don't know how to incorporate hills anymore. Which is honestly problematic, because it's like, well, you want to incorporate them. It's just I don't want them to be like at the back of my island. For some reason. It feels wrong to have them at the back. But I may have to, I don't know. Like the only thing I want to do with it is have like a forest sort of area that you go up on, that's like a natural slope forest, and then you go back down and it has like a little sauna sort of area, basically. with like all the bamboo and stuff. It just feels like that would be really fitting. That's the only thing I know what I want to do. And I don't know where I'm going to stick it is the problem. So, gosh, I don't know. Depending on, I reckon I can work the route of this to essentially go down and go right behind Nook's. So if I know, no, to go right behind the museum. So if that's how that stays, and then it would have to come back up and go back down over here. Because that's just how that lays out. So I reckon I could just kind of disjoint how these houses are laid. So like, for example, if there's two here, one comes down here, one goes up there, and then maybe there's just another one like, or something. It can't be over there. Rest. I'm happy with this being 2, but I definitely think I'm going to keep that 4. And then it's just going to be the space in between that can be 2. Ooh, got a bit of Louis Bum in the background, although I don't think you guys can see that. It's behind my head. Which I think, now that I think about it, honestly, my head's in like the worst place for Animal Crossing. Oops. I'm not gonna worry about that too much right now. Don't you wish it was this easy to lay like flooring? Just like, whoop, one wipe. I watched a video, so my friend Felina, she sent me a video of, not sure if you're still here, Felina, but hello, welcome, you are. She sent me a video basically of like, new Animal Crossing update, and it's not a piss take, but it's like things that people would love to have, basically, that people have been saying they'd love to be in the game at this point. And it's like things like pointers to see where you would be placing like the path and stuff. And I'm like, yes, that would be really useful, especially having now laid these paths. I understand where the pain for it comes from. And I'm just like, I wish it was a thing. Please, please. Please make it a thing. The temptation to actually keep this slope as one of the houses and then just build around it so that like this is actually just their space. Oh, I didn't realize they were also here. But then also it's not stairs and I'd have to get rid of the slope anyway. So I don't know. Right. I need to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna go do that. And I will be right back. So, don't worry, I'll be back soon. We'll get back to this. But yeah, just give me a couple moments. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm back. Sorry about that just then. Let me get you back onto the correct screen. Here we are. My brain just went earlier, was like, are you sure you've been playing the actual like gameplay sound? And I was like, I think I have. And I panicked for a minute, like, uh-oh. Like, oopsies. Actually, run my wrist, April. Okay, back to the game. So, what was I actually doing? I don't know. Oh yeah, I was talking about the temptation to leave that slope up. I'm still quite tempted by it, I will say. Also, I'm gonna knock this tree down because it's clearly not gonna stay up. Just so that I can make sure I'm actually paving where I need to be paving. Obviously that tree's also gonna have to come down. So that's the general line for that. Like, it's actually almost perfectly lined up for me to just be able to like put some stoning down here and just have it as like the tiniest come off ever. And I'm putting it all in the wrong spot. But at the same time, like, it feels weird, but it kind of works in my head to be like, this could be the 5th house. You know? Like, this would actually have to be like a 3-way slope or something. Not a 3-way slope, sorry. It would have to be a 3-path along here, probably. Go up, and then this could be like, they have a weirder garden. I don't even remember whose house this is, now that I think about it. Nah, that looks weird. I don't like it. I'm gonna actually make that back to just a 2-path. And then they just basically have a slope up here. And then they could have just like full grass. And that's why it's like the transition up. Oh, okay, I like that. So we have house there. This is gonna get built up. I'm tempted to give them like, even like have it built up to here, which is why they have such the big area. I don't know why they get such a big area. But you have the one house there, the second house there. Don't necessarily want to deal with bringing another house up here, although I could, and it could be... I know obviously there's an actual house here, but that doesn't really work. But it could be like there, and then stairs could go here. And then like it would be stairs up, and then there'd still be a second pathway to I don't know where. But it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could have another one just here. 5. But then the only reason why that slope's useful is if I want to build up there, which I'm kind of tempted to not do. The only reason why I want to do it up here is because there's a slope so close. Come on, Ribbot. I also need to find out whose house this is. Like, he immediately wants to leave. Oh, it's actually his house. Oh no, Ribbot. He's immediately just like, I escape now. But no, it might be somewhat fitting to... I feel like I'm sat in such an awkward direction, seeing as the camera's straight ahead of me. So I'd have to build it up so that it was like... a fence could be along here. Oh, not that. Like, that could have a fence on it. be like that. Because I want all the villagers to have like fenced houses, like have a fenced little garden and stuff. I don't know. I kind of like it. And I'd almost be tempted to like get a custom design or make one, I suppose. Would probably make more sense of like stepping stones or something. No, don't break it, come on. This is the other thing that the pointer would be really useful for, just to show like where you would be building up or if you'd be taking one down. And I honestly feel like having it built up around this would make more sense. And just you'd have like a big garden. It is so slippery and difficult. I agree a lot. But it doesn't make me not want to play it, which is, I suppose, impressive. No, not again. Not again! Because, like, it doesn't... in my head, it's like, it doesn't take too long. It feels worse than previous games. I mean, I think the only reason why it feels worse is because it actively, like, you can actively affect your world. Whereas, like, before you weren't able to, like, put ledges in or put... I don't know about paths, actually. You might have been able to do paths. But it didn't, like, as much actively affect the look of the world, I guess, is the way I've seen it. Which is why I think, I'll do that. Which is the only reason why I think it probably feels a little worse. Like, I want to build it up to the path. Rain says, yeah. Fishing was always annoying to aim, so maybe it's always been bad. Fishing is quite annoying, I can agree with that. But I don't know. It never affected the game like this. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of touch and go, I guess. Whoever ends up living here after Robot, not that I want to get rid of the boy, is gonna be lucky. Because this is a big bit of land he gets. Round the bottom left corner. Well, I'm planning on putting a fence on it, which is the reason why I was not going to. I don't know if I can stick a... Do you know what? I might as well test it. One sec. Let me just fill in some more first, and we'll test to see whether you can round them off. Also, the only other reason is because the path. Otherwise I'd round all the corners, because it does make it look nicer. But I can't make the path any bigger, otherwise it's going to be too big for my liking. Like the house needed... Oh, for frick's sake. I do like the rounded corners, I will say that though. They are really nice. But then I never know like whether I should leave something square or whether I should leave something rounded. And I'm like stuck in between two halves of like, what's better? What's worse? Oh. Okay, so that's about as big as He has a massive amount of land. He's just like, I own this entire area. But honestly, I think it's good to have some variation, I guess. Let's see. Oh, I've just realised I've not done this in the right order. Suppose we can go test it on this one. It would appear you just... No, you can't put it on round, unfortunately. Because my idea was to essentially have it go like this, like there, and there. So it didn't feel... But it looks like I should be able to round it. You know? I do think it looks like I should be able to round it. But I can't, no. Okay, I'm gonna very quickly run all the way to my house. Which is honestly away from everything else. Just run around it. Not where I want to keep my house either. I'm thinking, because there's this one that goes up, I may put mine in the up portion down on the other side. Can I make more of this fence that I have, please? Craftable. Can I not craft this fence? I feel like I should be allowed to craft it. Maybe wait, I went into craftables and like, this is stuff I can craft. Because if I can't craft this fence, the problem is I'm gonna have to wait until it maybe comes up in the Nook Miles area. I can't craft it. That is so annoying. Can I put any of this in storage? Yeah, I can. I am very close to filling up my storage. I think, anyway. Maybe I actually got rid of enough of it. I don't know. Huh. Oops. Okay, maybe I did get rid of a lot of stuff. I don't remember doing this. Oh, I know what it was. I got rid of a bunch of fossils that I didn't need anymore. This is great. I'm glad to get rid of stuff. Okay, now it's full. There we go. I knew that was coming eventually. If you're worried about storage, you can always dump stuff on the ground outside for a time being, or at least until you need to work in the area again. Yeah, I know I can. It's just... Oh, Scorpion, I don't have the thing to get you though. It's more of a, like... I don't know how to explain it. Laziness, maybe? It's just easier to have stuff in storage. I don't know. Just gonna put these things in the corners so that I actually remember that I want to build these here. And I have partially been dropping stuff on the floor. I've just been trying to avoid it. Just because I don't want to lose anything. Just gonna have to hope I find... Oh, I've run out of fences! Dang it. But no, this can be River's space. That's fine. I'm happy with that. We can have the two houses that were going to be here anyway. Which I actually need to apparently finish trying to sort out. Because the path will go up to here. I'm gonna have to hope I actually get the recipe for that eventually. So I've got 3 houses down and I just need to find places for 2 more up here. We've got Ribots that goes to there. Might as well stick a house like down here, and I wouldn't even need to put a fence along here because there'd be a fence up there, and then just have it come to like here or something. Oops, I just got rid of that one. I feel so dark in this room. Got a bunch of paths to put down. Path laying is the most annoying thing, I think. Other than taking down cliffs. This is the actual path. I was getting confused and I was like, why am I doing this? So this is the path. To be honest, I could probably put, like, so we obviously have this house. If I did an equal one, like the same thing, but on opposite side of this house, that could be quite nice. And then that would be 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the 5th one here. Obviously, this isn't a 3 path, which would work if I had it immediately in the middle. And then either side, I could actually do like some flowers, or it could just be a massive garden. I don't know. Because I don't know how to fit this 3rd house in. I'd have to take down these fences and actually relay where this path would be. Because it would end up being... That doesn't need to be there. 1. It would end up being here instead of here. And it would come down here, like this. And I wouldn't be able to move any house here until I moved her house. Which, honestly, because she's already up on a hill, I'd be tempted to actually do what I've just said about moving the house. So if I make this a 3 wide, I won't put a slope up, basically. And I'll move this over. So if I just get grass quickly, I can... Whoop. Yes, just put grass down on grass, that's fine. And I can just push the fences over by 1, like that's not an issue to me. Well, no, that fence would have been fine where it was. Being silly. Let me just get in here. Build the fence. Do 1, 2. That one would be there. And we just pop another one in here. Here, I said. Oh. And then... Oh my god. I always forget which buttons are which. Like, what does this button do? Well, I don't know. This is honestly just in a bad place. This house. Like trying to place things. So honestly, I'd probably stick this house there. Just for the ease of being able to actually stick stuff there. I don't even think this is the right size, is it? Oh, sugar. It comes all the way along here. Whoops. So is that in the right place? Oh, it is? Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Let's build the fence back here so I know that that's what that would be. Because this is very much where that ends. This would be the one that goes like that. Then the house would be there. Because it does 6 and it does 5, sorry. And then you have the 3 which would be on that side to match, to basically mirror this one. And then the other house, which I've just clicked on the 4, because that's 4 there, pretty certain. So this house would then be like up here. Oops. Like that. I'm not sure if this is 4 though. 1. It looks like it could be 4. Yeah, it's 4. Oops. So it'd be 4 off of the path. With probably a 3/3 on either side. Meaning that slope needs to go so I can actually take down. I wonder if I can demolish all of them or whether it only actually lets me do one. Because then I think this would be relatively nice where you have, obviously I haven't filled out this path, you have that, you have this that will go into there, and then there'd be another one up here. And then that would basically be what it'd be like. So we'd have the full path along this way. So you'd get the one. You're back on a different account. Welcome back, Kalina. How are you? You go baking? Is this what happened? I may be baking some more cookies tonight. I don't know if Sam's forgotten about that, but he said about him going to get chocolate so that I could actually bake them tonight. Although I have an assumption that he forgot about that and actually has not done that. Didn't get a chance. I mean, you had... Right. I mean, I'd still say yeah, you had a chance. Okay, so it's gonna be all the way up here. You haven't been baking, no. Sad. Just had a shower after a pretty hefty workout. Oh, fair enough, yeah. Get yourself smelling all nice. Sounds so weird. Let's ignore I actually just said that, shall we? I've just been here putting paths down, completely redesigning what I wanted to do. You know, just how it goes sometimes. Mathilda, you will be fine. I'm gonna put you on a nice little area that's still up, but you will eventually have a slope that will come up to you. I got Mathilda randomly, and honestly, I see her, well, I say randomly, I went to an island and went, yes, I'll have you. But I see her as a 2-for-1 villager because she has baby Mathilda in her pocket. I did need to smell something. You smelled Howie. Well, Fooey, sorry. I said that wrong. No, fair enough indeed. Hope your workout was good and you feel like you were worked out. It's really hard to work around things that you can't remove yet. have done this correctly. That's good then. Right, let's figure out how many off that it is. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Goes around by 4. And that would take me to the outer edge. 1, 2, 4. And it's literally 1 here. Just chop that off like that. That's fine. Got the 1, 2, 3. Then 1 there. And 1 there. I think that's accurate. Yeah, that seems about right. And then have 1 here. It was a good one. 1 hour lower body live workout on Instagram from a fitness hour. Ah, nice. Your glutes feel very worked up. And then 25-minute high-intensity interval training. YouTube vid from another fitness person, but they are professional Olympics and scientists. Damn, that's a lot of working out. I honestly don't really know how you get the motivation to do it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It goes up to. Let's have a look on our side. It's just stress relief to get all the emotions out. Oh, fair enough, yeah. How many is it? 1, 2, 3. It's 3 lengthways there. One, 2, 3. I feel like it's actually that, because the 3 would be on hitting the. Ooh, that scorpion went for me then, didn't it? Ooh. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3 going up, and then we actually do have it built out one. I need to avoid the scorpion. Don't know where he's gone. Oh my god, I actually like stepped on him. Some way. Okay. Oh, well I didn't want that to happen. Like this. This. I suppose I'm going to have to build this up for now, just so I can get this corner side to look how I want it. Away from any scorpions. I need to see how long this goes up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Four. 5. Well, that's 6 actually. 7, 8. 9. There we go. Just fix up my little line. I feel like this is wrong. But I did counting, so it's not, it can't be. Surely not. Surely can't be wrong. To be fair, it does come out to here, and that's probably why it feels slightly wrong. Make sure I leave a gap to be able to get in here. That would be, wouldn't it? Oh. Oopsie. And obviously that slope isn't going to be there in the end. Gonna be some other stuff. I don't know what it's gonna be. I feel like those who are on hills should maybe get to stay on hills, other than Rowan apparently, because I've already put his house down. And he was originally on a hill, also on the opposite side of the village, so I feel a little bad that I'm taking him all the way over here. But yeah, oops. This does just take a long time. What was that? Did you see like the lightning flash that was at the bottom of the screen then? Oof. Right, this seems like it's about the right size. I think this was a good idea. Do you remember when I was like, I don't know how to incorporate the hills? Well, the game did it for me, so... Oh, well that's not quite right, is it? Oh. Right. What are we making sure that I'm working this so cool? All the shops are closed, so you know, there's not much else I can do other than this at this point. I don't really have anything to sell, like not much has been honking up on my island basically. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my rocks, because I know there's like ways to obviously get them to place where you want to place them. The two methods for that is have flowers get everywhere, meaning they can only spawn where there isn't flowers, or you put not dirt paths everywhere, because they can still spawn on dirt paths. Is basically what I know. No, that's annoying. Oh, I took it actually down. Essentially, this final house will be in the center here, and honestly, everything feels super off-center because none of the houses are in the right place for here. I'd honestly be tempted to have this as like a massive flat, like some flowers going through, or just something else, I don't know. And then put a house down here. You know? And just have it asymmetrical, because obviously when everything isn't, it, like, I don't know. Like, it'd have to be, like, here and around. But the problem is I'd have to keep in mind, like, the water. Like, it would have to not only come off this and be a 3, meaning it come off being kind of center anyway, but it'd have to kind of just be quite small. So I'm almost tempted to bring this over and have it basically not actually come off and it just come in. or like have it smaller, because I have a lot more control over this one. And I'd be tempted to just have it like come up here instead. Like the stone path would go here. Have you ever heard of the legend of Vin Offer and his slap chop? No, I have not. Oopsie daisy. So that would be there. And chop that off. You thought not. Do you care to educate me? Oh. I have a weird thing. It's not a story ITV would tell you. Oh, okay. Okay. So maybe not stream friendly, I assume, is what you're implying here, Lax or Wax. God. Have it like that, and then actually just break this bit down. That could actually go up there instead. And build it out, like around. And that way I don't have to put down this silly path. Also, Laxox, I'm not sure if you were here when I said so, but thank you very much for subscribing. I really do appreciate that. I did see it. Kinda sad that this slope is gonna actually end up going to waste, because I've attached this to it. Oh, dang. And I'm tempted to put like a bunch of like children's play equipment here, because she obviously does have like a child, you know? I'm gonna remove that one because I don't necessarily think that one would fit. Do. Almost done with this little section. I definitely think I want to somewhat have it asymmetrical. It feels weird for it to not be. And then this way, when I take it down, this could end up being a, like, flower field. Sure how this is going to work quite yet. Not what I wanted to do. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. Okay, that doesn't work. I don't want to modify it. I want to build a new one, please. Oh my gosh. Basically, what the idea would be. Gotta run around just to be able to get to the other side now. Like, you can't... Oh, you can build up to this line. Oh. Like, and then have this fully cut off between these two. Is like the idea. But I want it to feel kind of natural, like, walls. And like, I want this to not exist the way it does. I don't know. Like, I was thinking something like that. I just about can't get around it, which is kind of annoying, but it's fine. And then it could be like a massive flower field sort of thing. But then it's also now not even, so this path doesn't go in the middle. And so it feels wrong. I don't know. The thing is, you can't build cliffs directly on top of cliffs, which makes me a little sad, because like it makes sense to be able to do that. But you can build them right on the edge here. It's like I'd build it along here and then all the way along. Like, I want it to feel natural, so I'm probably gonna mess with it. That one would also need to be filled. Yeah. Be able to get this one to be like half. And then this would need to be filled. Get like this one half. Oh no, never mind. No. But like this one's a little bit more like roundy, like it goes around, you know? Which is kind of what I prefer. But I suppose this would actually have to start off like back there, as opposed to where it currently is. Well, that ends up ruining their little land, so I'm gonna have to bring that back up, so... There needs to be a fence there. I don't remember how I did. Wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. Genuinely must have gone up here. Maybe brought it out by one. No, that's still like a flat wall. It's this one that's curved. Yeah, and then this one's like not curved. That's just flat. Oh, I just put one in the middle of the world. And then it's like that. I need to get around here and actually remove stuff from over here. Just like that, and then fill this one up. Yeah, that looks about right. And basically, this is your path. Then we'd put a bunch of flowers in here. Maybe even like, while obviously these wouldn't be able to have access to it because it's not part of their garden. It'd probably look good to have it like this, to where it is built up, basically. Maybe not that much. I don't know, I don't like it. Never mind, I regret. But no, this could be the start of my flower field. And basically it would just be kind of random and it could be one type of flower. There's obviously still a lot to do here. There is a lot. A lot of flowers to move. I don't know which type of flower I'd want to stick in here though. Like, part of me wants to put the, obviously once this is done, that will be also a straight line. And I think I'll be maybe happy with how this looks. I don't know. I'm gonna pay some of the stuff in that I actually don't have to move anything for, because I think I'm just being lazy by not doing so. Like, I'm looking at it on the map and I don't like it, you know? Is the problem I'm currently having. I'm also so far away and it looks like I'm so dark. Like, I have the money to move someone's house, and I could move, theoretically, Mathilda's, and then she would really be out of my way, which would be great, because I need to take that down to be able to put this house in the right place. Also, this house needs to move. Obviously that's all kind of away, so I can't do that. Quite a lot of this I can technically fill in that I've been too lazy to do. I don't like it, but at the same time, like, I don't know what else to do. I need to move myself out, so do you know what? Let me just look on the map here. This makes so much more sense. Like, it looks alright. Like, it'll be fine, I think, when the houses are actually in the places. And, like, I've done more with where they are. I've got the fences and that up. And I've also taken down a slope and a bridge and stuff. I wonder if he'll let me move anything else. Can you let me in, please? Maybe has no business telling me that on my... No business. Well, I'm very sorry he did that, but I need to go to Nook and see if I can remove another thing for tomorrow, but I'm pretty certain I can't. He's doing some dusting, so... Oh, hello. What is that thing about? This is construction consultant counter. How can I help you? Let's talk infrastructure. Bridges and inclines. You want to talk about bridges and inclines at the moment. I can't discuss any changes. I thought this was going to be it. Okay, I'm good then. Because I can't do any layout changes because of Rowan's house either. Big reads, but it's okay. Okay. So this will be gone tomorrow. That's good news. How many flowers are in the way of me moving this bridge around? I've somehow missed the bridge. Okay, there aren't a lot of flowers around here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some waterscaping, which honestly is some of the worst thing. Like, it's odd. Okay, so that's the outline from there. Got some trees in the way. Honestly, I don't know how I have trees in the way. But this is a 4 wide, and so I'm gonna have to have a turn here that essentially makes that 3 wide go into a 4 wide. 3. Part of me was like, is feeling like I should have left some of the stuff where I had it, but I obviously haven't done that. I think the turn, like, it's not going to be too big, but it can't really go much around here. I need to also find out where this line is for here. Oopsie. For gosh sake. Find it a lot easier to plan with just a few lines as opposed to... Yeah, so I think the turn's gonna be around here. That will line up, so... What? Okay, stop filling them up, please. And it'd be like, nope. This is the, like, this is why water escaping is the worst. It's just so much harder to do. Because, like, obviously this is gonna come down here. And then it would need to match up somehow. Not like that. Okay, let me get these flowers out of the way. I have at least one of the rivers like connected up at this point, like I'll be kind of happy. The other one is just in a slightly awkward place for the fact, like, it's just in an awkward place. I don't know how else to put it. Like here is where I'd want it to connect. No! Like that, and then that lines up. Like, nothing particularly complicated with that there. Whoops. I'm too near a tree. Let's get this tree out of the way, shall we? I should be fine on this side. Oh, for goodness gracious. It's so awkward. Free. Okay, that's done. Now, so I've just got to chomp away at the. Oh. I was like, this will be easy now. I've just got to do this. Like, it's fine. And it will be fine. I'm just going to make sure I work in one direction. So then I don't accidentally do that crap. It'll be fine. I'll be able to fix it. It's just annoying. No, not again. This is something to watch. If you ever did this yourself, you never have the patience. I don't personally feel like I have the patience, but somehow I have done this. I've been doing this for way too long to not actually be someone who has the patience. Like, I have spent so many hours on this. I don't like how wide it is here. I want it to be thinner. Like, I want it to... Not there, though. Like... I want it to basically start one less. Like, that didn't work, did it? This tree is gonna have to go, I'm afraid, because I cannot see behind it enough. As you can tell, I just don't care when it comes to knocking down trees. The fruit will allow me to, build them back up, so I'm not honestly too worried about it. Okay, now I'm just excessively building it back up for whatever reason. Like that, but like not like that. No, 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 no! For... There's like a very faint line between not getting it and getting it, you know? Like... Okay, there. There we go. Do. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. I feel like I'm always guessing whether or not I've done this in the correct place, you know? Essentially just gotta make sure I don't accidentally hit anything else other than what I'm trying to hit. Oops. And then... there we go. So that's the river coming up here. Definitely not nearly as nice as it probably was originally, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want it to maybe like flow more around, but until I've kind of sorted out how the houses are going down there, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. And like obviously here I want this to kind of honestly go all the way up here and like around. Because instead of my house is gonna end up being down in the bottom right corner. And then, yeah. Mathilda, I'm gonna move up here. Eventually. That's gonna be flower fields. Just gotta figure out, like, where in the world I managed to place this. Because, like, 1, 2... and then that's where the house is. So it's literally like 1, 2. I don't even know if I can move her house yet. So from this point, it was... I think. Oh, I'm not even sure. I'm scared now. If that's where that's gonna go, it was 1... wrong 2, but 2 there, I think. No, that is definitely wrong. I need like a something that's straight to like measure. Okay, so it's actually weirdly enough. So instead of, you know where I put that wrong one? Yeah, it goes here. 1, 2. Although it doesn't actually matter because this isn't where it's going, but... Also, the step is meant to come up to here. To, like, stair. Let me get off of here at this point. Really dark and dreary, that's a little sad. But they both go back. This is gonna be field, because I feel like it makes sense to have it a field. Mathilda's house is gonna be up here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and talk to Tom Nook and see if I can move someone else's house. I think I have the bells to do that. I do. Okay. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to, because Rowan's house hasn't been built yet. But I'm not 100%, so I'm just gonna double check. So I've had Rowan's building kit for a while. But if Mathilda's is out of the way, I can put another house down. Where the current, kind of where her current house is, basically. Let's chat, there are other things we can discuss, but what did you have in mind? I want layout change. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, okay, so I can't do that until tomorrow. Right. Well, I think with that, I'll be honest, I'm probably gonna end off here. Yeah, I feel like I did quite a lot of progress. I've got basically the idea for the first housing area done. I also realised that at this point I might as well have had like a thing coming off, because that's actually a place, never mind. See you, Joe. But we've got this area which is quite good. I'm quite happy with the way it looks. I may actually end up bringing this one, no I won't because it slopes there and that's why I've left it there. But obviously this is eventually going to come down this slope. We'll end up having a house here instead of Mathilda's house halfway through. This is where Rowan's new house is going to go. Zucker's house is going to move to either here, or I'm going to build a little area down here. It depends on whether or not I can be bothered to build where I'm going to have the water flowing first, even though I actually need the museum to move first. So I'm at the minute I'm stuck between moving the villagers' houses or actually moving the museum and stuff to where I want. I'm probably going to move the museum, maybe the Able Sisters first, the museum, and then Nook's Cranny. Just so that they're all kind of in the areas that I want. I have yet to decide where I want the campsite. I feel like the campsite would make sense to be like down here in this area. So it's kind of away from the villages, or maybe it would be on the hill of something. I don't know, so they can kind of get a big view of everything. I don't know, my brain's going to weird places with it. But oh, look at that, you can see where everything is. How fun. I'm using Elgato HD60 and now you all know. Yay! Anyway, that is going to be the end of the stream. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined, who's well, we haven't had any follows today, but that's fine. Who's chatted, who's hung out with me, who's just had some goody times. I'm actually going to make sure I save this game now that I think about it. I can't thank you guys enough for just popping in, hanging in. Actually, no, we did have someone follow. I forgot about that. We did have a follow today, so thank you for following. But yeah, thank you for just coming in, chatting, you know, staying about, lurking with your sound on. That really does help because obviously that shows you're a viewer. And it was fun to play Animal Crossing, which I'll be honest, I didn't expect I'd ever be doing another Animal Crossing stream. Animal Crossing was the first ever thing I streamed. I streamed it the day it came out. Thank you guys so much. And now that I'm actually properly streaming, I never thought I'd be doing it again without time traveling, which I'm glad I've been able to not time travel, even though obviously this makes this a lot longer process. So will I always be streaming Animal Crossing every day? No, not the case. But I will be coming back to it every once in a while to show you my progress, show you where I am, maybe if I have quite a bit I can get done. But yes, I stream Monday through Saturday, 8 PM to 11 PM BST time typically. That's British summertime if you don't know. Usually to 11, sometimes I go over. I never usually do anything shorter, but I sometimes will go over. I think I did that today. Yes, I did do that today. But my stream crashed, so that's why I did it. I occasionally have my stream crash, but typically I'll always come back. So if I have a crash and you're watching, I'll be back. Give me 5-10 minutes and I'll be back to entertain you for the rest of my night at least. And I hope you guys are entertained by it, or at least enjoy the noise, or just someone to talk to. Because I like chatting, like discussing games that I also enjoy. Once again, feel free to come join me in my Discord / just any of my socials really. Follow me over on Twitter, Instagram, and I'll typically tweet out as I've gone live, so if you follow me on Twitter, you'll definitely not miss it, and if you have notifications on, you most likely won't miss it, you know? You still play MORAM off stream? No, so we haven't played it off stream at all. We've always played it on stream. The main reason why we haven't played it recently is simply for the fact that we don't really know what else to do with it at the minute, basically. We're not sure where to go at the minute with it, so we haven't felt motivated to play it. Yeah, so we never will play it off stream probably. We'll probably go on stream just to chat while we're playing it and stuff. But I don't know. Sam said he has a lot of grindy stuff. I technically have grindy stuff to do with completing all of the chickens, because that honestly is a grind. And then, yeah, I don't know what we're going to be doing with it, basically. But sometime in the future there will probably be another MORAM stream. Sam's typically does work on the mod pack itself when issues arise. He's hasn't done stuff on it recently, mainly just because we've been busy, basically. But yeah, you can also, speaking of, I think this is the correct one, you can go ahead and find MORAM. MORAM is a Minecraft mod pack. We do talk about it quite a bit because it is my boyfriend Sam's project that he's been doing over the summer. Minecraft mod pack that is quite big. We typically say you need about 8 gigs of RAM to play it. You can go find that on CurseForge, or you can also go onto his Discord and ask for help and stuff if you have any troubles, or if you have any suggestions, you can go over there and do that. I feel like I should just mention it as we have been talking about it. But no, eventually we'll probably play it again on stream. I've just been kind of playing around with a few different things that I enjoy. After all, it is my channel, and it's not always going to be Minecraft. and I want to play other things because I want to try and be a variety streamer. However, at some point, I do want to sort out, and I keep saying it, eventually Minecraft stream where we're doing stuff on servers, because I can get a few more people playing out of my friend groups because they have vanilla Minecraft. Anyway, this has been a really long outro. I just want to say a massive thank you again to everyone who's joined, who's hung out and stuff. I can't thank you guys enough, honestly. You make streaming fun at the end of the day. And I will be back tomorrow at 8 PM BST, that's British Summer Time. And I will see you guys then. I'm gonna go off and probably find something to eat. Alright, bye now guys.